Number 12. Got that dog in him. Luke stays in the basement another week after another dreadful performance. Daniel Jones was absolutely atrocious, scoring just 1.5 points, and Rashid Shaheed was not a smart start considering he's on the IR. This team, already eliminated for playoff contention, is only battling to avoid the punishment at this point. Number 11. The Process. Our reigning, defending, undisputed champion Ryan lost a nail-biter on Monday night, making that 4 straight losses now. Deebo Samuel let the team down this week, not playing due to illness, but sending our thoughts and prayers to him as he recovers from pneumonia. How the mighty has fallen this year. Is Ryan on the Dan path, going from first to worst? Huh? Number 10. Hawk Tua. Drew finally followed my advice by not starting any guys in the London game, and it paid off as he had a late comeback on Monday Night Football to defeat Ryan. Breece Hall and Javonte Williams led the way with 26 points each, and Dicker the kicker finished it off with 21 points of his own. Now 2-5 on the year. Drew isn't quite out of the hunt now. Number 9. Beans 445. Beans drops another spot in the rankings after falling short against Frank. Laser Mayfield had another solid 30-point game, but is he going to be the same without Evans and Godwin? Time will tell. Devontae Adams dropped the ball for this team this week, scoring just 6 points in his return with Aaron Rodgers. I thought Beans was having a fine season, but now, out of nowhere, he's lost 3 in a row and is also 2-5. And that is not how you draw it up, folks. Number 8. River Riley. Whoa, Riley's team came up short against Poppy and drops 4 whole spots in the rankings. Austin Eckler looked washed, putting up just 4 points. Meanwhile, Josh Down Bad had just 1.3. Riley's now lost 2 in a row, 3 out of his last 4, and is falling fast in the rankings. Something's got to change, Riley. The ship is sinking. Number 7. Poppy's prized possession. OCC Brophy's team picked up another win over Riley and is now back to 3-4 on the season. The running backs ran wild as Kenneth Walker and Tank Bigsby combined for nearly 50 points. Mike Evans did just enough on Monday Night Football as his one catch for a touchdown was key before leaving with injury. Brophy's season looked dead just a couple weeks ago, but Poppy has risen and is back in the hunt. Number 6. The Implication Reunion Tour on hold. Bum-bum-ba-dum. Not a good week for the commissioner. The Implication lost, put up the fewest points in the league, and my Guardians got knocked out of the postseason as well. My wide receiver 1 and 2 put up a combined 0.8 points. That's not good, folks. Tank Dell looked like he got shot again because he put up a goose egg. Just not a good week for the brand, but luckily Cooper Kupp should be back this week, so the playoff run is still on. Number 5. Quantum Cheeseburger Farewell Tour. Jerry's team took the L against Harambe this week in a high-octane game and actually moves up a spot in the rankings. Cortland Nothing had a 0 on Thursday Night Football right off the bat, and Jerry was trying to play catch-up right from the beginning. Jerry has a couple arrows pointing in different directions right now. Yeah, he loses Chris Godwin for the year. That's a major loss. But George Kittle has been great, and he may even be more involved now that the Niners are really banged up. So Jerry's team, he's going through some changes right now. Just something to monitor. Number 4. Commish's daddy. Hunter's team snapped the Sabrina Carpenter curse by defeating the commissioner. Saquon me. Barkley had his aha moment against his former team, the Giants, putting up 26 points. Drake London scored another touchdown, making that 3 games in a row and 5 out of his last 6. Now 4-3 on the season. Good pickup for Hunter. Number 3. Brock Bowers, Suplex City. Brad's team won again this week, making that 6 in a row now. Bijan Robinson led the way with 23 points, which was really big for Brad, considering his Texas Longhorns had lost the day before, and I know Brad was feeling really sad about that, so good for you, Bijan. Despite all that, Brad actually drops 1 spot in the rankings this week because DK Metcalf popped up on the injury report with an MCL sprain. This could be a big loss for the team. Still, clearly one of the top dogs, but this brings Brad down just a little bit in my book. Number 2. When legends rise, Frank the Tank passes Brad in the rankings after winning an impressive 5th game in a row. Kyron Williams led the way with 19 points as he has 8 touchdowns in 6 games this year. And how about Justin Jefferson? Another 20-point performance from the league's best receiver, and my dad's team looks dominant right now. Nobody's beating them. If anyone can beat this team, then they've got a really good team, and they've got to be considered in the conversation for championship contenders. But we'll see how the team who plays them next fares. And number 1, Harambe Revenge Tour. Oliver defeated Jerry in the game of the week and improved to 6-1 on the season. Kareem Hunt had a double chocolate chunk cookie after reaching the end zone twice for 22 points, and the Bills defense came out in the second half looking very demure and very mindful as Hamlin got an interception. Oliver continues to run the show and has become very comfortable as king of the castle, sitting atop the rankings for a whole month now. They may come out with a 30 for 30 about this run someday. And now let's take a look at our Week 8 matchup. Last week I went just 2-4 with my picks, so I'm down to 14-16 on the season. Our first matchup here, we've got Harambe Revenge Tour taking on Hawk Tua. And I was shocked when I saw the line on this one. Drew is actually a 4-point favorite coming in, and Vegas must know something I don't. I'm going to throw up the moo call on this one. That's right, master of the obvious. I'm taking Harambe money line. Next matchup, Kamish's daddy taking on Barack Bauer Suplex City. Now, picture this, everyone. It's Sunday at 1:05 p.m. and Brad is already pissed because Hunter has a 1.5-point lead. Brad never has the mental fortitude to beat Hunter, and he's simply not going to win every game the rest of the year, so give me Hunter in this one. Next, we got Beans 445 taking on River Riley. This is a tough one as both teams have been struggling lately. Both teams absolutely need a win right now, but I guess I have to do it. I'm going to take Riley's team here in a low-scoring, muck-it-up type of game. Next matchup, When Legends Rise taking on Implication Reunion Tour on hold. Many wanted this to be game of the week, but I'm going to keep it in this slot right here for now. My dad's team has won 5 in a row, and my team is still trying to get healthy. I'll take my dad's team. And lastly here, we've got the Battle of Keel 130. It's Jerry taking on his Poppy Barofi. This one is usually a staple for Game of the Week honors, but the league is tired of seeing Jerry stink up the primetime games. So they've got the 4:30 game this week, and I'm going to take Barof in this one. He owns Jerry historically in this matchup. And in the game of the week, we've got a real stinker. It's a rematch of last year's championship game, and oh boy, have things changed this year. It's the Process taking on Got That Dog in Him. And this could be a preview for the Toilet Bowl this year, as both these teams are at the bottom of the rankings currently. Ryan's strength is in his defense. The Broncos have been a real surprise this year. Meanwhile, Luke's strength is his running backs. We all know how good Tractor Cito is. And it'll be interesting to see how involved Rachaad White will be now that the Buccaneers lost both Evans and Godwin. Everything else for each of these teams is a weakness. Let's be real. But the commissioner's pick for the game of the week is the Process. Ryan, I got you getting the win here.
Hello, everybody. It is Oliver, GM of Harambe Revenge Tour, checking in after 7 weeks of fantasy foosball. On my way to work right now, but figured I'd offer some insight to the state of the league at the moment. 7 weeks down, about halfway point of the regular season. Got the trade deadline coming up soon as well. I expect a lot of deals. I expect the GMs to be active. Also, please disregard that poop stand above my head. That came with the vehicle. Do not get it twisted. That came with the vehicle. It's standard. Moving on, we got Beans. Beans is off to South Korea. So I just want to say I love you, Beans. Good luck out there. Me and Nick are going to help you with your lineup when necessary. My team's doing pretty well right now. 6-1. We are tied with Brad for top dog in the league, and I don't expect that to change anytime soon. I got a couple of cupcake matchups going against the 2 bottom teams in the league. That would be Hawk Tua. Got that dog in him. I hate to call you out. I really do. I didn't want to do it, but it's the fact of the matter. It's the business. But yeah, hoping to keep the good times rolling this Thursday. Everyone have a great week. Back to you in the studio.